Hi everybody, welcome back to the Bumkin News. Today is January the 18th, 2012. In the news recently was a video of U.S. Marines urinating on the dead bodies of killed Taliban. We wanted to look at this incident, do a little analysis. You know, the United States military is subservient to the civilian authority. This is an established doctrine, and this has caused some problems in the past with more outspoken military commanders. If you look into the history of that, you'll understand what we're talking about. But these U.S. Marines that were involved in this incident, they were engaged in following orders from their commander-in-chief, and I'm talking about the mission. They're not making political decisions, but they are doing what they believe is their duty to defend the United States of America. That means you and I. They're not political operatives or anyone that is, we'll say, disingenuous, but they're simply doing what they feel is a patriotic duty to their nation and to their fellow Americans. And for this, I believe they deserve the highest commendation. But in this video, a handful of Marines urinating on these corpses of dead Taliban received a lot of different kind of responses, anywhere from condemnation to those that yah yah, rah rah rah, this is the way to do it. I believe the proper response is somewhere in between these two extremes. You know, we don't know what these men had undergone, what atrocities they had witnessed, what happened to maybe them or their close fellow soldiers, and the stresses and the conditions that they're subjected to. The battlefield stress, these things all play a part in this, and I think that they deserve some leeway here because of these mitigating factors. I don't believe that it's the proper thing to do. I think that's somewhat of a barbaric act, but you can't be in those situations and not be affected by it. I believe the proper response should be gauged, and that would be their immediate commanding officer. Probably the company commander should handle this. Probably if I was the commanding officer, it would probably be a short consultation talking to about the conduct of the military, U.S. military soldier, and be made to stand at attention for 1 minute and then be dismissed. Unfortunately, we have people like Secretary of State Hillary Clinton that says that everyone that had knowledge of this should be held fully accountable. That would mean that someone that was on their way to the latrine and happened to come within sight of this would be held fully accountable for this. That is, the same punishment would be exacted upon them. I think it's interesting to look at that kind of a response and how this translates into the behavior of these kind of people that bring on this condemnation. You know, it's kind of interesting that when people are enjoying relative security and safety, that there's a moral checklist that they go by, and especially in peacetime, there's been that castigate the military. We don't need. They're a bunch of barbarians and all that. But when the shooting begins and someone's precious skin is in jeopardy, then it really doesn't matter the moral character of the person that's going to defend me. That's the one that I want to defend me. Put another way, let's take people like that really want to castigate these Marines and want to exact the full punishment for something like this. I think it would be fitting if there was someone trying to break in their home with an axe, and they called the police department. I think it would be fitting if they could be required to fill out a document that would profile their criteria for the policeman that would respond to this call. In other words, the policeman that responds, he can't chew tobacco, he can't drink, he can't womanize, he can't cuss, he can't have any vices. So when we find that police officer that's like that, we'll send him on out, because we know that you don't want anybody representing you on the front line against crime that behaves in any of these ways that you find to be unacceptable, and maybe even go so far as some people, they don't want people to have guns. They think that war should be outlawed. So we'll get a police officer when we can find one that doesn't believe in carrying firearms, doesn't believe in killing people. We'll send him on out to take care of you and to handle this situation. Meanwhile, the rest of us, it's not so much as a moral test as far as some of their vices, but it's what is their purpose, and do they keep America safe and keep us safe. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think.